Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Graybeards Podcast. It's your boy Mo Prophet in the building. And as always, I got my big little bro in the house, P Prophet. I got my man Seth in the building. And of course, we got everybody's favorite, my man Key, KJ, the antithesis. And we got a special guest for y'all tonight, Graybeards Nation. But we'll get there in a minute. And of course, you got homework. Tell a friend and tell a friend. But y'all know how we start this thing every week. Big little bro, how'd you spend your week and what you sipping on?
Spent my week, man, gearing up for Keys to the City. It's the Pro-Am event that's going on in Rochester, New York. It's taking place on the 31st at 12 noon at Cobb Park, and we're excited. You know, the Graybeards are going to be in the building, physically going to be in the building, and we're going to hold it down, and I'm excited. You know, we got our own team. I want everybody to come out to support. It's going to be a great time, man. So I've just been amped up to ready to kick it with the crew, even just to be around some basketball, right? Just be around live basketball, listen to some cats talk trash and stuff. So, no, man, I'm excited, man. So I just spent my week getting ready for that event. So
let me clarify though. T said we have our own team. That does not mean we are playing.
No,
that's a great clarification.
Yes, no.
we are not playing against some young dudes. Just to clarify.
I got two questions, man. Well, first of all, I want to say I will not be there. I received death threats from the city of Rochester, so I will not be attending. Rochester does not want me there. They did not like some of the things the antithesis had to say, and I'm not doing that. But if I'm correct, you can call people out at Keys of the City, right?
You can call
people out.
So yeah. There's two people on this podcast that have been calling each other out since like forever. Is there a way that we can get this game popping at Keys to the City?
Oh, wow.
I mean, I could bring the Jimmys and the knee pads and let's go.
I have an iPhone, KJ. You ain't got to be there. I got you in spirit. We got all the footage on that. That's happening. I don't care if they go to. I don't care if they go to 3.
We putting this.
It's gonna go to 3 or 5. We're not going to 15, but we're going to 3 or 5.
It's going down. It's going down.
I could bring my sneakers. You best bring your damn sneakers.
I said I'm bringing them. No, I didn't say I could. No, I'm bringing the Jimmys. The
Acting
Jimmys
like
will
they
be
ain't
in
got
effect.
Foot Locker in Rochester. Stop it.
I'd steal some of most. He got 500 in the closet.
T just went online and ordered a new pair just for the game.
Why
what you sipping on? Because what you sipping on, bro?
I'm sipping on Uncle Nearest Ice.
Oh, wow, power. Good for you.
And I'm chasing it with a Dos Equis. Stay thirsty, my friends.
If he was a real drink, he'd have said Uncle Rocks.
Yeah.
But
Sheesh. Oh man, it's going down and it's going down. Seth, how'd you spend your week and what you sipping on, bro?
I spent my week similar to T, man, getting geared up for Keys of the City. Looking forward to the event. We're sponsoring the event, one of the sponsors of the event. So we put in some work. And like T said, man, just happy to be around some hoops. The rosters were released today. There are some heavy hitters on these rosters. Pros are going to be in the building, so to speak, even though it's going to be outside. It's going to be a Rucker-style event. So looking forward to it. And watching the Olympics, man. I've been watching a lot of the Olympics. I've been watching every hour of Olympics I can, canoeing, air gun, all of it. I watch every event. I love the Summer Olympics so much. Like, I'm not just like basketball. I'm all
Wait, hold on, wait. What's air gunning? What's that?
Yeah, I think that's what it's called. It's like an air rifle event. So anyway, it's I'm loving it. I'm all about it. I watch as much of it as I can. And the last couple of weeks, as everybody knows, I've kind of been away. The whole seltzer thing, I've been getting hammered.
Yes, you have, bro. I've been
getting hammered.
You been getting hammered off them seltzers?
Well, that too.
Yeah, getting hammered off of those.
Yeah. So I'm bringing it all the way back. I got OG Heineken in the building. It's a deuce can in the brown bag.
Holy
Don't come for me today. That's right.
I won't deny it. I'm a straight rider.
Yeah, deuce in the brown bag.
Wow.
That's how I'm handling my business tonight.
That's above the rim Tupac right there.
That's above the rim Tupac.
Wow. That's a real Tupac.
We got to start calling you Birdie.
Hold up, bro.
Jeez.
Where did you get the small brown bag?
Yeah. We're not getting this in my neighborhood. I had to go a few blocks over.
You had to go a couple blocks over?
I had to go a few blocks over for this one, yeah.
Wow.
You had an escort or you good in any hood?
Yeah. So far, so good.
So far,
so good.
I like that. So far, so good in any hood.
My man Keith, KJ, the antithesis. What's good, bro?
Hey, what's up, y'all? Yo, unlike
Sojo, let me do that officially because I was just checking in with you. How'd you spend your week and what you sipping on, bro?
Oh, thank you for asking. Unlike Sojo, I spent my week realizing how much I don't give a damn about the Olympics. I mean, is it just me? Are the Olympics just a global broadcast of a bunch of events that need to be on ESPN2, the ESPN the Ocho?
Oh, wow.
Hold on, let me do that again. Is it just me or the Olympics just a global broadcast of events that need to be on ESPN the Ocho? I mean, you got to have a serious bloodthirst for competition to sit through race walking and handball and trampoline. And I guess it just ain't that deep to me, man. Oh, well. You do you, Seth. Rock out.
Wait, KJ, you don't want to watch air gunning?
Nah, man, I'm good. I'm good.
Air rifle.
Oh, you said right? Oh,
sorry. I ain't gonna lie, man. Handball is kind of dope, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro. Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Come on.
I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna get the babied out here. Right now, I'm sipping on some Crown Neat.
Okay.
Yeah. I like it.
Yeah. And to my main man. Mo P, what's good, my dude?
You're not gonna get me tonight. We coming up on the 1 year anniversary. We got a lot of stuff planned. We got a special guest. I'm not falling for it tonight. How are you, Keith?
I'm doing quite well, man. You know what, man? In honor of my two dudes here from Detroit, and in honor of the D having the first pick in the NBA draft, I'm going to throw the ball into the big man that had his best year playing for the Detroit Pistons. So what you going to do with it, Olden Polynese?
He said best year. He didn't say years. He said year.
God. Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
Wait, T's crying. Seth had to tip the brown bag. Man, shot like Olden Polynese, bro.
Said I wasn't gonna get you, huh?
He got you, bro.
No wonder you drinking Crown. I don't even have any commentary, bro. Olden Polynese. For our young listeners, don't go to YouTube and Google and look up his play. Just go to the internet and Google a picture of Olden Polynese, and you will know. That's it.
He had his career year with the Detroit Pistons. 1 year. He had 13-12 career year.
Man, I would have lost that bet. He had 13-12.
Oh,
yeah,
double.
But you know what? The next year he went to Sacramento. It was probably contract year. It had to be contract year. I was looking it up. Like, okay, this must have been contract year.
Man, you killing me.
Anyway,
bro.
man. So how'd you spend your week and what you sipping on, man?
So I'm gonna piggyback off of you and Seth talking about the Olympics, but in a different direction, man. I honestly spent my week trying to figure out how patriotic I am. Like, usually when the Olympics come around, especially, those of us of a certain age or similar ages, we have vivid Olympic memories, right? We remember Mary Lou Retton. We remember Carl Lewis. We remember the energy when that first dream team, went to the Olympics in 92. And I don't know if it was a function of kind of where we are in the country, getting older, whatever it is. But I was trying to figure out, am I more or less patriotic? Am I patriotic? How is it? Because I'm a black man and everything that we've been going through. And I literally been, as the Olympics have been kind of workshopping that in my head, trying to figure that out. Because it's not like I'm trying to live anywhere else, but and it's not like I'm also, cheering for the USA in these unconditional ways that maybe you did as a kid, man. And I just wanted to throw it out to y'all. Like, how do y'all feel about patriotism, especially considering the climate we're in right now? Is it more? Is it less? Is it different? Is it indifference? But I was really trying to think about that this week, man. And I wanted to run it by y'all once we got on the show.
It's funny, man, because I got something that's kind of an analogy to that, right? So, I'm from Hollis, Queens, and I don't know if anybody knows the nuances of Queens, but Hollis, Queens and Southside Queens always had a little tiff. It's basically the concept between Ja Rule and 50 Cent. Ja Rule's Hollis, 50 Cent is Southside. So Hollis and Southside always had their thing.
It's like the Black West Side Story.
Right.
Okay.
All the
white folks out there. I'm just trying to,
Thank you. We cover all bases. Thank you.
Okay.
So when I'm in Queens, I'm repping Hollis. when I'm in Harlem, I'm repping Queens. If this analogy makes any sense to Mo's question. So I'm watching the Olympics, and I'm repping USA because I live there. But I mean, I don't know if I'm all gung-ho patriotic with it, but I'm rooting for them because that's just my homies at this point. That's where I live. If I got to pick a coach, it's got to be the East. I live out there, so don't go there.
Yeah, no, I think it shifted for me. I think before growing up, it was I didn't care what it was, as long as USA won. If it was fencing, if it was canoeing, it didn't matter. Now I find myself looking more towards people, right? If it's, Katie Ledecky or, you know what I'm saying, or the women's, winning the 3x3 basketball, you know what I'm saying? I look more for certain things now as opposed to the country as a whole. So, yeah, for me, it shifted a little bit.
Yeah, it's very, very different for me right now because of everything. When we were kids, when we were younger watching the Olympics, either all of the things that are happening in our country right now, social justice issues, mental health issues, raising the spike in violence around the country, the pandemic, all of these things, like they weren't there or as prominent, at least, I'll speak for me, as a kid growing up. And now being older with social media, the internet, news outlets, like we're surrounded by it and we feel it every day, which is in a lot of ways a good thing because we need to. But, to your point, I don't feel it the same way that I used to when I was younger because of all these things. And KJ makes a good analogy. Like I'm still repping for the USA, because that's my squad, but it don't hit the same.
Yeah, I mean, I feel exactly the way you guys are. Just something about it didn't hit the same, which is probably why it was on my brain. Like, even with Team USA, man, like, and maybe it's this whole new culture we live in and the internet culture and the social media culture. It's so much less about rooting them on to win than what's the story if they lose. Like,
I'm actively rooting against them.
You're actively rooting against them?
I'm actively rooting against them. I want nothing more than for that team to lose.
Okay,
even if it's silver medal, I don't want them to get the gold because it's more fun. You know what I mean? It's more fun if they lose. I mean, when you think about it from any perspective, it's like sports talk is more fun. Kevin Durant losing is more fun for me as a Knicks fan. This podcast is more fun if they lose. I am actively rooting for them to lose.
So this is why, again, I say this all the time, and I'll say it again, why I love this podcast, because the antithesis is good for business, because that whole patriotism thing, he didn't give a damn about that. We need stories. We need content, and we need things to be interesting. Team USA, I am not rooting against you too. Wasn't before this, but I am not rooting against you too.
You just said I got the flag over my Nike logo.
Oh.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's all right. Hey, they got the best player on the world on the team, so they'll be fine.
Jason Tatum ain't the best player in the world. Stop.
Here we go, man.
Before we transition and move on, I just wanted to shout out Vicky at Tiny Fish Printing. That's where we got our T-shirts made up for the Keys to the City event this weekend. If you're in the Rochester area, check out Tiny Fish Printing. And Vicky is a fan of the podcast, and she has been telling a friend to tell a friend. I think at this point, the whole crew at Tiny Fish is listening to the podcast. So salute, appreciate you, Vicky, because I know you're listening.
Hey, big fish
Vicky
now.
And Sandy.
Hey, big fish. Yes.
Vicky, Sandy, appreciate y'all.
And look, and I owed y'all from last week, man, because I was sipping on water. I had to go back hardcore, so I'm sipping on a Redemption High Rye Old Fashioned with a lot of high rye in it. So we back in the building, y'all.
Yeah, everybody's sipping. It's good to see.
I think everybody stepped this week.
Yeah.
Salute.
Let's have a great one, fellas.
Cheers.
Graybeard Nation.